Just doing some last minute adjustments as the session keeps on changing and the links keep on changing. Being a beginner, it takes some time for me to, connect with the work. So good morning everybody, welcome to live session, and today's live session is about the inside story brings the inside state brings the outer success, and this is a psychological phenomena. So let us take about two people of the same position, same office, same managerial skills, everything same. The only difference both of them carry is a different state of mindset. Now, how the inner state creates the outer success, this is what we are going to discuss. So, as I told you about two professionals, one professional is always very anxious. Whenever you go to him, you give him a new task or something, he's very anxious. And the other person who he really enjoys taking that opportunity. He feels it as a growth. So now you see both the people. What is the difference? They are working at the same level, the same pay scale, the same everything. They differ in their mindset. And how they differ and what are the skills one is carrying which the other can enhance, that is where the whole work goes. So if you can relate to all this, do understand. If you can relate to the situation, do comment in the section and do type in the chat box that you actually agreed. And in the end of the session, if this really helps you, do like, share and subscribe. Share the video with the people and spread the word. And most important, why I created this today, so that you understand that when we talk about aspects of life where you see the world is so real. The world is so real, of course it is real, but how we are looking at it is only through a sense of perception, and that is where the whole game plan changes. So now let's begin. What is attraction? Okay, let us talk about it. Is not a wishful thinking, and of course it is not some hoping or miracle happening. Attraction means, when you take a small decision and every decision makes you grow ahead, grow ahead, grow ahead. Every decision is taking you to that decision, to a next level of a next understanding, a next decision. There you are carrying an energy. There you are having the confidence of handling it or not handling it, and then there you have an emotional response to it. So a person who is very anxious. Suppose you, as we started with the opening with the two corporate people, one is very anxious. The one who is very anxious, when you go with him, you will understand the level of confidence they are carrying, whether they are able to take risk or not, whether they are open to work or not. And the other person, you feel that they are very, openly, happily giving, taking everything. They are sharing their gifts, they are adding more to it, they are ready to take risks. This is the difference. This is what we call as attraction. That means you are attracting more and more and you are not repelling the energy. What the anxious person does, he repels the energy. I don't want to work. This is very difficult. So complaint mode is on. Whereas the other person who has a very good mindset will, they'll attract more. Okay, give them more work. It is not that the people are actually burning you down for giving more work, because you think you are capable of doing and you think you are adding value. It is adding value to you, it is adding value to the company, it is adding value to the whole team. Your curiosity builds that scale of your mindset where you start expanding. So coming up to the next point, which is the core performance. What is the core performance principle? Core performance means there is a state of mind, then there is a performance, and then there is an outcome. Now let us look at this. The person who has a weak mindset, they will always be very, very anxious of what you are talking about or what is being given to them. There will be always a performance of like faking the things, and the outcome will be only overthinking, overthinking with almost zero results. Whereas let us take about the calm person. They will allow that experience to happen. They will outgrow their old patterns and they will start, embodying that state of advancement. So this is where the core performance principle comes up. So performance, you don't have to show that performance through your own nature, through your own, acceptance, through your own response. You will understand what are you really performing for the people, for the validation, or are you performing because you are loving to do it, because you love to explore it, you want to expand the mental vision of the company, of everybody around. So that is called a growth mindset also. Then coming up to, let us understand that why corporate professionals get stuck. Why people get stuck? People get stuck because there is a lot of comparison happening in the individuals. So, and they are living in the fear and validation point. As I told you in the previous point, that when you are performing, you have to check your energy. Why am I doing this work? Why should I accept? If I am accepting the work, am I happily doing it, or am I in some anxious attachment of or a past experiences coming up to me? What exactly is that moment? That will make you realize where you are actually landing into. So, inner state, then there is an inner state of lack and insecurity. How is there an inner state of lack and insecurity? You are insecure every time somebody grows up. You are insecure every time, when you get into the job and you start thinking, what will happen with this? If this new person comes up or they are working more than me, then I'll be chucked off. So you overgive, you overwork for that because you feel you are going to miss out somewhere. If you take a rest or if you don't work properly, you are not you give extra timing for the work. This is the insecurity which is actually making you work less because you are tired. The whole day when you are working, you are mentally so exhausted that the physical level starts dropping. So there comes this lack based mindset cannot create growth. This is a lack state. If you agree with me and if you think that I am talking about I am talking about you, to understand is start listening to what I am saying, so that as and on I give you the results or I give you the solutions for doing it, it will become very easy for you to take. Right now we are just at a level where you are understanding if this resonates with me. Am I in a growth mindset or am I just repel the growth coming to me? We all want to grow, but there are certain things which stop us. So it does not mean that I can't grow or there is I will never be able to overcome or something. No, it's just an impression. It's just a psychological imprint in me which is not allowing me to grow. So don't take anything personally. Learn from the video and apply it in your life. And do share if you feel that it has helped you overcome some inner obstacle to bring that outer success. That is all. So next point. Coming to next point, let us take a case study. Now what is a case study? Case study of two people. Let us say there are two professionals. One is called Amit, one is called Raj. Now Amit is one who is very calm, confident and always up to the mark. And when you approach him with a work, he's very open to receive. He's very open to take it as a risk, as something unknown to explore. And there is on the other side, there is Raj, who is not at all, approachable. The moment you go to him, it's like he stings. He's going to bite me like anything and he's not going to listen. So Both the people, both professionals at the same level, working on the same, have this carrying the skill set also the same, but do not carry the same mindset. So if you think you are not able to grow, though you have the skill, the only thing you lack is a mindset where you are not very open, where you are not very open to discover yourself, not the people. You are discovering yourself. Every time your body says something, you repel something, you are actually learning about yourself. It's not about them, it's not about anybody else, right? So coming up to the case study of the people, let me continue further. The leadership perception is attracted by presence and not by effort. That is why I said when you have a skill set, the skill set is more important, but the mindset is more important than that. So if you are going in your mind, if you are actually opening your mind to take to that unknown zone, to that where there is fear, where there is complexity, where you think you are not very comfortable, still you take that step, that one decision will change the entire scenario. This is why I started with the topics of what all energy, decision making, and how things are shifting, how you can shift. So that moment is the moment when you take that decision. No, in spite of, I can see the risk factor, but let me try, let me open up, let me see. So suppose if Raj starts admiring Amit rather than having that rivalry, if you start admiring Amit, that what is that in him, he's so magnetic, people come to him, they ask, and he is exploring, and in the 3 years he from a lower level or from a managerial level he's become to the CEO level or the leadership role, whereas the other person is not even looking at it. So Amit rises in 3 years and becomes the CEO of the company, whereas the other person is just the same. And you think you deserve it, but no, you didn't get the chance. It's not that. It's that you didn't have that mindset of growth. You were limited in your mindset and your thinking process. Hence, the other person felt accountable for everything. He took the accountability. A leader always becomes accountable of all his decisions. It might go wrong, it might go right, but you cannot run and put everything on your team, because ultimately you are leading that team. So decisions can be fine. So if you are not ready to take the risk, you cannot be trusted as a good leader. Okay, so next comes with now becoming before achieving. This is the next point. How to become before you achieve. Now here, confidence does not always allow success, but it precedes it. Confidence is the first thing which allows you success. Then comes identity based performance. Now this is very important. Listen to me very carefully. Act from the mindset of the role. Now let me tell you how to do this. First you have to come into that state of awareness. Now I am talking about the basic steps that you need to take. Come into that self-awareness. And how will you develop that state of awareness? Take a pause. Before responding or reacting, somebody has come up to you, some opportunity has come. Take your time to respond. Pause for a minute and ask yourself, am I open to receive, or am I just repelling the opportunity because I have some past expressions or impressions about it? When you actually take a pause and you start self-reflecting, you started embodying the state. That means now there are good questions of what am I working at the managerial level? Will this opportunity give me growth? If this opportunity is going to give me growth, why am I repelling? Because there is a lot of overthinking going. This is not there, this person is not right, this person, all are perceptions of the mind. Again, after this will happen, this will happen, what if I don't get promotion, what is this, all that looping thought will never allow you to go. Still, if you take that decision and sit and take a pause and ask yourself genuine question, your mind will guide you, your inner being will guide you, that inner state will guide you. So you have to embody the state. Now next point is, you know when you start regulating your body and mind like this, you are sitting calm, you are in a very pause position, and you are in a calm state of mind, your breath starts getting normal, the decisions start getting better. Now you are acting through the calmness, now you are not overreacting to anything. Now the most important thing, you have to ask yourself, what if I become that CEO of the company? If I become, how am I going to react to it? Suppose an opportunity has come to you. Always you have a habit of repelling. Then you realize that the other person has taken it and they have outgrown. And they have actually got the promotions and all. But you were never able to do that. Now what will you do? In the next moment, the moment the next opportunity arises, again take a pause, shallow your breath, take it easy, and then ask yourself, now if I am the CEO of the company, what decision am I going to make? How am I going to operate in this? This is where the state of embodiment comes. You don't have to do any, extra this thing or something. You only have to bring the focus on yourself. Am I feeling jealous? I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling fearful. I'm feeling, what is the emotion which is defining me at this stage? Why am I not able to step up to that point? Why am I, always repenting the opportunities which come to me? When you start asking such wisdomful questions with yourself, you will start to expand yourself. You will start realizing you had never any reasons for stoppage. It was only, people around you had said something, your family might have not supported you previously, your friends might have left, some past experience might be holding you back. What if this again happens? This risk or this fear is the only cause which is actually, we are holding in the mind and body. So whenever we try to do something different, the body repels. No, you can't do. Your mind will keep you in a safe loop. No, you can't do. This is where you start telling your mind, you cannot control me. I control you. And that is where the empowerment begins. No, I can take a risk. I can work on this. I want to go ahead. I will not stop myself from doing anything, but yes, it should not be against anybody's wishful thinking, or it should not be a harming thought for somebody. Even if, a jealousy is a word, if the jealousy makes you, that gives you that kick to get up and work and, do something good, that jealousy has turned as a blessing for you. But if the same jealousy comes up and you want to harm the other person through that jealousy, you are going to ruin yourself. It's a very, very simple law of karma. So whether you are in a corporate field or you are working with anybody else or anywhere, the rules of the universe apply to all. We are all people, we are all human beings. Corporate sector is not different from anybody else, anywhere else. So the wisdom thought of the entire sum and session is, stop chasing and start attracting and start embodying that state what you want to be. The most important thing you're going to do is change your inner state to get that outer success. You don't have to blame people, you don't have to judge people, you don't have to criticize anybody. You only have to change your state of mind. You want success, but you think the other person has gone ahead. He is showing you what growth is, what it can be. You have to change your perception of looking at it. When you look at it, oh wow, what they have done, they have reached that level. So even if there is jealousy, even if that jealousy is giving you growth, without demeaning the other person, without getting the other person down, you have won. So this is all for today. I hope I made you points very clear and able to understand that how your inner success is always outer. We all think that the world outside is real. It is real, but the way we are looking it through the thought process, through our judgments all the time, that is all making the difference. Now, who is making the judgment? Us. Who is looking at the world? Us. So every one of us look at the world in a different way. So if you start learning to understand or keep yourself calm and then make good decisions, you will of course stop chasing and start attracting, and you will be very successful. So thank you so much for joining here. Every Sunday we look forward to help more and more and bring more and more topics which can help you elevate on the human level on and bring out the best of that human potential which is in each one of us lying dormant, and we are unaware of it. So this is Know Thyself signing off. Thank you so much.